Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hey everybody, it's me, LaRasha, Goddess Queen, just me, 23, and this is going to be a masculine energy reading for the collective, regardless of where you are across the world, and this is going to be for just masculines that were born a man, not saying change their sex or studs, the ones that have the original masculine energy in them. And I am doing this as a different reading because we have to understand the energies as far as what we were born being, as far as the power that is within us, that masculines as well as feminines need in order to complete their missions as divine feminines and divine masculines, which is a separate different category from a masculine and a feminine. So everybody that's a masculine or everybody that's a feminine does not get the opportunity to be a divine feminine or a divine masculine. Okay. And that's where twin flames, twin rays, divine partners, life partners, divine soulmates come into play when it comes to that category, right? And even divine karmic soulmates now. Okay. So masculines, this is going to be a reading for you. So this says logical, dominating, analytical, focused. And it says, I love the familiar, right? And this is my deck that I created myself, right? It's a 78 Oracle deck that's called a deck just for me. And so if you are interested and you're watching this video, it's listed in the community section of my channel. I also have my own video for it. And then if you're interested in the link, I will drop it in the comments of this video. Thank you to anybody that is supporting me and buying the deck, or anybody in the future that is going to buy this deck as well. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but again, there's certain energies that we need to, and missions that we need to complete as certain masculines and feminine energies in order for us to get to the next level. And then also, it's also part of freeing up our souls and our spirits when it comes to these journeys that we're in, which is included like with our Phoenix rising, getting out the matrix, your synchronicities, getting back your powers, your identity, it all is included with that, right? As far as when it comes to these journeys. So again, this is going to be a masculine energy reading for masculines. I did already do the feminine energy reading. I hope everybody enjoys my intro. I am going to start putting my intro and doing a lot of more premieres, getting back to the things that I know I used to love doing after now that I made a decision on what I want to do and how, when I first started this, I didn't know where I was going, right? And that's with anybody that's doing any new, a new opportunity, a new career, getting out of your comfort zone and you just going out there, right? So you never know where it's going to lead. And I feel like this is, this is a part of me getting my soul back, as well as because me being somebody that's old. So of course, the knowledge that I have within me, I need to give it to the collective to help them get out of the matrix and also understand what the chain of events that's happening, right? That they're not being told, or they need clarity or awareness, right? So this was my soul and spirit's journeys. What purpose was to do something like this that I know that has a big platform, and I'm in, Texas, but again, I have this video reaches everybody across the world, regardless of where you are, the people that's in my city, outside of my state, outside of the country. It's a big mass of people that's viewing, that's energy, and them getting the information that they need from the people that have been, hiding information or keeping them stuck in a certain illusion that they're not supposed to be in, right? So let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with my deck of cards. I do have music in the background. Again, certain songs are part of your synchronicity. A synchronicity is a chain of events that's recurring over and over and over for an odd reason, strange reason. It could be mysterious. It could be eye-opening. It could be denying what you're seeing. All that plays in. Conspiracy. That was one reason why the word conspiracy was created, when people start having those synchronicity events or certain things happening and you're like, oh, okay, they're lying to me about that. Now I see, so it's the same thing, right? So music in the background is playing. If there's certain songs that that plays to you as masculine energies, because I am going to do this as a masculine video. Feminines, if you're watching this, I'm still going to be speaking to masculines on what's going on with their masculine energy. So the same thing with feminine. So this is and if you are a masculine and a subscriber of one of mine, shout out to you and the journeys that you are doing when it comes to the masculine energy that you have within you. I am not one of those people that are going to bash you and all that, because I know our souls and spirit journeys are different. But I will say that just because of who my soul and spirit is, it's been a very big challenge when it comes to masculine energies, because of the fact that I have a lot of masculine energy in me, as far as with me being a feminine. So I resonate a lot. One reason, that I was able to be a tomboy, and then it just helped me classify who I was, because of me being a tomboy, me being bisexual and all that stuff. And me, I'm not one of those girly girls, right? I didn't play with Barbie dolls for that long and all that stuff. I was playing basketball and doing all that stuff. I was with the boys. So I gained a lot of male relationships outside of female, more male relationships than I did female relationships. So that just who I am, and it was a part of my soul and spirit journey. Same thing with you. You have masculine energy that's in you, that displays you and your masculine capabilities, as well as the feminine energy that you have that's within you, right? So we're going to specifically talk on your energy. So let's go ahead and get started. So again, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, as well as share. Okay, Are You That Somebody by Aaliyah. So masculine, you could be figuring out if you, the person that you're interested in, or you're feminine, since this is going to be a view about you, to be trying to figure out if you are that somebody that they should be with, right? So again, Are You That Somebody by Aaliyah. That could be very significant to somebody that's watching this reading right now, right? And birds, especially old totem pole birds like hawks, falcons, eagles, owls, those type of birds are very significant to, especially if you're somebody that has an indigenous bloodline and you're from any of those indigenous, they will always be a spiritual guide for you, regardless of how many times they try to, recreate, like for example, like the dodo birds and like the dodo birds and like the vultures and all that stuff, they're part of the pterodactyl bloodline, right? From the dinosaurs and all that. So there are certain creatures and certain birds that have involved and have this evolution, just like how human beings have, from going from aliens to humanoid, right? Same thing with the creatures and the insects that's around us, right? So let's go ahead and get started. So if you have certain birds that you're seeing, this masculine, you could be seeing these birds, or your feminine could be seeing these birds. Okay, so deception was reversed. And then we have addictions. So somebody's masculine, I feel like this masculine could have been disguising, or their feminine could be disguising certain addictions that you were not aware of. Masculine about your feminine, or your feminine was not aware of about what the certain addictions that the masculine had. And that could have been anything from, like this right here, it says addictions. It says drug addictions. It says codependencies, pill poppers. My habits are affecting me. I need to put lean on here, right? But as far as another thing, but I'm going to make sure I always include that, because I know, but when I do, I need to go in here and change that, right? And put add on my next thing when I create next cards. I'm going to put lean on there too, because that is also something that has tore down a lot of masculines, like Lil Wayne and all them, right? But allowing these dignities and these Jezebels and these succubus latch on these God, spirits, and souls that these masculines have, that these masculines are, I'm not even going to say spirits, souls, as far as when it comes to these gods and these pharaohs, because if you are a God that's walking amongst us, or an earth angel, you have a soul. You don't have a spirit. A spirit does not have as many lifetimes as a soul, right? So that's what I'm saying. So these masculines that fall, being funky to these addictions when it comes to these drugs, these alcohol, even lust, LUST, right? DRUG, 4 letters. It's taking somebody's stability. Fours represent stability as well as represents control. So those 4 letter words have a lot of effect when it comes to a soul's journey, right? Them taking back, taking control of that soul, and that soul that when it comes to these addictions and the lust, these Jezebels and these incubus and these black widows, that they have these masculines being so addicted for things, right? So it's this deception behind, why they created these drugs, why they have the porn industry makes the much money, because it keeps everybody in the Babylon energy. So it allows the succubus and the incubus that we cannot see because our third eye has been tampered with because of, and then our masculines and feminines are in these drugs and these alcohol, these pill poppers, this lean, right? Or even these codependency relationships where they're dealing with somebody that they're, supplying them their karmic, or, the person that they love and they have their heart space open to, which is another 4, right? And they're providing them with the drugs and the alcohol and the addictions to keep this masculine from being that God or that Pharaoh that they're supposed to be, right? Same thing with spirits, right? Spirits go the same through the same manipulation. If the spirit has been here more than 3 years, right, then they will go through a lot of manipulation of this, right? If their soul has had more than 3 lifetimes, right? And that's a lot of star seeds that are coming in, and they will tell you that their journey, in order for them to get, a lot of them are addicts, right? People recovering people from AAA and all that stuff. Like, they're telling me to talk about the travelers, when that one dude was a soul that kept reincarnated to help, the travelers of the group of the travelers, but he was a drug addictor. They made him go into a drug addicted body that would affect him from his journey, which was the hidden agenda that was behind putting him in this body or in this lifetime, right? Same thing, okay? So there's deception when it comes to y'all's journeys, and I feel like this masculine's realizing this, or this feminine's realizing this when it comes to this addictions. So we have, so it says the addiction says hidden motives, tricksters, red flags, lying to get by. Some of y'all masculine probably was, hiding certain addictions that they have, regardless if it was drugs, alcohol, codependency, money that they were getting from the karmic to keep them there, pill poppers, habits that they were keeping from you, lying to get by. Some of y'all knew your masculine was on something because of the fact of, y'all, sorry about that. Like I told you, I know my people that are disguised as to be bringing, deception right now to my energy right now. Okay. So like I told you, so whoever this is, if there was a relationship, I feel like this masculine's ending it with the one that was keeping them in the addictions the most. And like I said, it was sexual addictions as well. This masculine was not telling you, but they were also regretting, not, hiding from you, right? They are soul survivors. So this masculine, a lot of masculines in this lifetime are affected from broken homes, from their mom, their dad, again, their community. They go into this brotherhood when it comes to with these friends that they, these pharaohs and these, come to live amongst when it comes to their childhood, because you have soul survivor here. So you have project, baby. It says hard knock life, foster child, mental, physical, sexual abuse, child trauma. I overcame my childhood. And a lot of masculines, like I said, that had this trauma as far as when it comes to their childhood, mental, physical, sexual abuse, if they were abused by, family, friends, people that was in their community, enemies, if the case, right? A lot of masculines get gang raped, and a lot of us don't know about that, because your masculine doesn't, they hide about, there's a lot of stuff when it comes to certain things that, right, when it comes to the deceptions as far as how far our masculines would go and keep certain things from us, right? So there could be certain things that, transpired from your masculine's childhood that could affect them to go into these addictions, where they would have to get on drugs, or, have this codependencies as far as when it comes to this alcohol, or when it comes to these codependencies, these pill poppers, or again, like I said, people that's amongst their circle, right? I'm not saying that every masculine got, raped or anything like that, but again, it still stimulates from where they grew up with it. There was not sexual assault or anything like that. There could have been physical abuse, somebody, getting beat up as they were a kid, or they saw their mom and dad get, their dad beat their mom, or they saw their mom get, beat their dad, and some of those rare exchanges, right? And that situation really will scar a fucking child, because again, you're told that your masculine is supposed to be the dominant, and then you see your mom whooping your dad's ass. That's going to fuck up your whole relationships when it comes to you being adult, right? Throughout your childhood, and then also through your adult life, right? So let's say if some of y'all had that situation, foster care, not having family, friends, feeling like you're abandoned, not alone, right? Getting thrown out from your mom and dad, not having those relationships that you're supposed to with the people that you trust, that actually was supposed to be there for your well-being. But again, we're in the matrix as far as when it comes to these illusions, right? So hard knock, gang life, street life, again, the gangs, there's a lot of down low lovers, that's gang members, okay, mafia, as well as, people that are, in the public, right? Religious people, that we are not aware of, and they're just, hidden. They're being, lying to get by. And a lot of that shit is coming up, right? So it says intimacy, it says sex, hooking up, wang, magic stick. It says throat baby and WAP. And it says regret, disappointment, grieving, despair. I wish I didn't do that. So some of your masculines are feeling like they wish they didn't do that. And like I told you, it could have been with an ancestor. It says backstabbing. But let me shuffle these again some more, because those are the same cards. But look, I cut it up and look what happened. So it definitely, this situation is stimulating from the feminine's reading. Make sure you watch that feminine's energy reading. So it's going to give you some extra information that you need from this masculine energy that we're pulling right now for this collective. Okay, so this person that they could have had sex with, let's say it's somebody that was close to your circle. You were probably, again, in the projects with this person, or you grew up with this person, daycare, community, whatever the case may be, win or lose. This person that they dealt with, like I told you, was in that win or lose energy. So if they have more money, they're going to do, or if they have more money and they know your masculine's on addictions, or they're in this lust, or they're in this Babylon energy, they're going to do whatever they need to do in order to keep your masculine there. So they're deceiving themselves, because again, if this is a divine connection, it's only going to work for so long, right? Until that masculine has that true Pharaoh's awakening that they need to have, right? Regardless of how many years that it took them to have it, okay? Or what they dealt with in their childhood, or they were set up to deal with it within their childhood when it comes to them transforming into that greatness and that masculine that they're supposed to be, right? So I feel like there's a lot of deception as far as when it comes to, again, people that's in your circle. Again, it could have been man or woman. This person was in it to win it, with this card being reversed. And like I told you, hidden. So you had a fox, somebody that you knew was keeping you knew close to you was deceiving you, right? So this person's finding out this person was a villain this whole time. So it says in it to win it, in it to lose it. My contract says so. Superhero or villain. Soul tribe member, soul tribe family. Okay, even somebody divine feminine could have had sex with, especially if this masculine is, I love the familiar at the bottom, and they like the same sex. Yeah, so I told you earlier about the animals, those hawks, those falcons, those eagles, those birds that you're seeing, this masculine seeing something over and over and over, and it's causing this person to have this regret situation. It's making them remember their journey, okay? And all these people, regardless if these were family, friends, the man that they were fucking, or the feminine that they were fucking, it's causing them to go in this spiritual ascension, okay? So it says spiritual animals, okay? It says insects. It says, I am here to give you a message. Pay attention. I am not just colors or something to see. Google my spiritual meaning. And again, this is my deck that I created, and I'm the first person that put that on there because of the fact that that's how everybody goes into their spiritual awakening. They start seeing numbers, they start seeing colors, they start seeing birds. So again, there's certain people that have already had these certain spiritual awakenings that's helping the collective get through it. So use Google. Like they said, Google is your best friend right now at this time. And sometimes, and I'm just going to say Google is your best friend right now, because if you are in God energy and you're meant to wake up, you can push that energy, and your ancestors and the universe is going to push that energy to work in your favor, regardless of what Google or anybody that's holding the strings trying to do. Just so always remember that. So I feel like somebody's seeing spiritual animals, insects to help lead them and guide them. Okay. Somebody's bitter baby mama is also in this situation. So your masculine could have left their their baby mama, the baby father. So it says, or like I said, if your masculine is down low and you're not aware of it, your masculine could have slept with your baby daddy, and your baby daddy could have lied about it, and there could have been addiction. So if you know your masculine and your baby daddy has the same type of addictions, they could have came across each other when they was in this Babylon energy. And I feel like this is something that happened in the past and you were possibly not aware about. They could have been in the same game. They could have been in the same clique. They could have been in the same community, and they ran around each other and you didn't know that. Like I told you, a lot of masculines get gang raped and you do not know that. Okay. So whatever the situation may be, okay, jail, and they in jail, inside, whatever the case may be, okay, same thing with this, okay, so it says bitter baby mama father says you're leaving us for her/him, your kids need you, forget her/him, you leave, you will not see your child support papers are coming, I'm gonna hurt our kids/kids. So this is what this bitter baby mama was doing. If it was a feminine energy, she was using these kids as leverage in order to keep this masculine energy down. And that's all wherever you are across the world, right? When it comes to these feminines, these divine feminines that have, had kids, and they're these divine masculines that have had kids outside of one another with these other people. Okay. Yeah. They end up being karmic lovers. So there's a karmic lover, there's a bitter baby mama in there, and I feel like there's somebody that was close in your circle that your masculine has dealt with, man or woman, right, that affected this relationship. And this person is seeing all these people right now as a no-go, okay? So it says karmic lover, low negative energy. It says mental, physical, verbal abuse, toxic, unhealthy connection. This person could have also, regardless if it's man or woman, let's say if they were somebody that were both homeless, or they both, like I said, had a same type of addiction, that's why they meshed so much. If they were both people that got sexually molested or got abused, or if there was anything like that as childhood neglect or anything like that, that was how these people connected. But it was a toxic, unhealthy connection. And that shit that's happened to them in a kid, or anything that came out of my mouth, that shit was a toxic, unhealthy connection. In order for them two to get together, it came from a toxic situation, if you understand what I mean. Okay, regardless if this person had a baby by this person or not. Okay, go get her. Let's put this. I'm gonna just, because those two cards keep, so let's keep going. So the same cards don't come out, but you saw feminine energy and go-getter come out, and that came out in the feminine reading, okay, as well. So make sure you watch that feminine in collective energy reading, okay? Okay, so it says, ain't nothing to cut a bitch off. And the feminine energy is coming in. Yeah, make sure y'all watch that feminine energy. It's going to give you the extra puzzle pieces that you need. And like I told you, yeah, that's how they end up having sex with this person, because of these addictions. Or like I told you, it was a gang. It's something that is stimulated with a toxic situation that, look, do you remember when we fell in love? So this person is a pharaoh. Whoever this, like I told you, the pharaohs has the hardest battles in order for them to become a pharaoh. They're going to make you go through a sexuality where you probably get, remember Osiris got, and the reason why a lot of masculines going through the sexuality thing is stimulated with Osiris and his man betraying him and his brother Seth, and his man gang raped them, which stimulates to where we are now, right? So if your masculine is bisexual or had any situation where anybody, his mom, family, friends, or somebody in the community raped them, is stimulated off of what happened to the first masculine that started here. And again, we're trying to get these souls and spirit journeys correct when it comes to this feminine and this masculine energy. Look, it says, I can't make this shit up. Do you remember the time? Do you remember the time when we first made love? When we met, right? So it says, so I feel like I told you, this is some hitting stuff that these masculines have, but I feel like these spiritual animals, these insects that your masculine's getting ready to see or has been seeing, is helping them to understand, clear up their sexuality, clear up who they are, which is allowing them to cut off, the snakes, right? So it says, ain't nothing to cut a bitch off. It says king and queen of Swords by Felicia. So this is Aquarius, Libra, as well as Gemini. It says using their free will. This person is getting ready to use their free will. Their solar plexus chakra is opening with this regret. So it says ambition, free will, personal power. So courage, the cowardly dog, is getting ready to be courageous, and that's Osiris. Okay. So it says, do you remember the time when we fell in love? So it says, I am able to say no or yes. So now these people are cutting certain people off, and while they're doing it, it's allowing them to tap into that real true fortune that masculine and that feminine is supposed to get. And I can't make this shit up. So it says, I can't make this shit up. It says signs, messages, unknown forces, synchronicities. My cards do not lie. Abundance, sudden wealth, unexpected income, gratitude. I accept all positive outcomes. So like I said, if you were a soul tribe member, and you soul survivor, and you went through any of that, like I said, accept all positive outcomes. Expect all positive outcomes. This person is getting ready to be courageous for you. Do you remember the time? They in that energy for sure. They're in that energy for sure. Okay. So this person's going through that spiritual awakening. Remember the time by Michael Jackson is on. Let's celebrate. TikTok, I told you, shit to get it exposed. Backstabbing. What about us? Look, that shit slid out. Y'all saw how that shit slid out right there? Karmic, family, and friends. Told you this has to do deception. That's match up the blue. Crown chakra. Told you. Do you remember this time? Yeah, I cried for you. Now this person, like I told you, they know they a soul survivor. They know they soul survivor. Their crown chakra is opening up. Okay? So this person is having, like they said, the song, do you remember the time moment? I cried for you. They're remembering it now. And it was only so soon that this person was going to transform into this pharaoh that they were supposed to be. So he says, I can't make this shit up. Like I told you, we have crown chakra. It says energy, enlightenment, universal consciousness, unknown, hidden, higher awareness. I am connected to source. Okay. It says karmic, family, and friends doesn't have good intentions, hidden by the veil of labels, traumas, pains, limited beliefs. I told you those traumas and pains cause this person to have these addictions. Some of them, like I said, it was their own family and friends that possibly, like I said, raped them, molested them, people that was in their circle. If it was a gang rape, whatever the case be, it was somebody that they trust, right? So it says, hold smile in your face the whole time they want to take your place or scar you. If this person got, your masculine or your feminine dealt with sexual molestation or abuse when it comes to child neglect, right? Okay. It says, I have cried for you. So it says, I cried for you, says King and Queen of Cups. So Cancer, Pisces is Scorpio. I am in my feelings. Yeah. Can't. The song that's on right now is Stay. So like I said, Before I Let You Go was in Divine Feminine's reading. Now Stay is ending in Jodeci. So like I told and said in the Feminine's reading, not Divine Feminines, but the Feminine's Energy Collective reading, that somebody was coming back home, right? After all the backstabbing and the deception, and this person finally realizing their own worth, right? They're realizing their own worth. It says personal boundaries. They put up personal boundaries with these people that was close in their circle, as well as personal boundaries with their self when it comes to these addictions. So it says healthy choices, empowerment, direction, not dealing with. Okay. And this is the last deck, and we're going to end this reading. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, as well as share. Please, won't you just stay? Oh, then we have Let's Celebrate. So it says parties, birthdays, weddings, just because turn up. And again, if you are a Taurus, happy birthday. That did also come out in the feminine energy reading as well. So happy birthday to you, Taurus squad. Okay. We have dreams and willpower. I told you, courage, the cowardly dog, is getting ready to be courageous. They're finna use their free will. You see that say courage, and then it say free will, and then you say willpower. It's the same thing. They getting ready to use that shit. They're getting ready to come in. Okay? And then you have dreams. This person's having a lot of dreams of who it is that they need to cut off. Okay, signs and synchronicities. Like I told you, they could be dreaming about birds as well as seeing the same birds. Happiness. And these birds are leading them to their happiness. Okay, clarity and animals. I told you. Yes, come through, ancestors. Come through in them spiritual animals form. Let's go. And I'm going to go ahead and end this reading. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, as well as sharing. You have a great day.